November 2025. Little less than 2 weeks to Thanksgiving. But yesterday I took down this box that I have of like winter, like Christmas decorations. And I managed to get everything out. Pretty much. There's like a couple things that are kind of like not in good shape. But it's so funny. Like, I have like little, that's not center, but, my teddy bear is on the toilet. Excuse me. Hold on. Yes, I have to duck to get under here. But for some reason, it just makes sense. I don't know. Like, I really have been kind of, doing not a ton of silly stuff, but it's challenging. The tight spaces, like the way that this dresser is like not actually, like, you have to walk into the room and turn like all the way around to use it. I just think it's very strange, so I never do. I mean, I get handkerchiefs out of it. I put that in the top. But anyways, you don't want to know. Yeah. I used some of the tension rods that I have, and I just hung up the ornaments over my stuff. And I know it's really stupid, but I did it. So it's done. I'm just finishing this coffee. I'm out of coffee now, actually. And still trying to get some energy for the day, even though there's nowhere to go. What was I about to say? I was listening to some music. It is like 59 degrees right now and foggy. And the high is 70. And it's interesting because we had a freeze warning, not a week ago. It's not that I understand the scientific approach of climate change, but I do think that, everywhere should have some, expression of seasons. But you wouldn't know unless you were out there, Few times, I'd be walking around the neighborhood, just like around the corner, and oh my gosh, I swear to you, like the wind would be going so hard. Like my hands were freaking hard. They were so cold. So we do get some crazy weather around here. It's good to be prepared. That's why I had to make it my priority these last couple of like gift opportunities, asking for military boots because it did snow last winter, and you can't go out there in sneakers or whatever. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of naysaying, like, do you really need that in Florida? Blah, 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 blah. I have been skiing before in Colorado, Steamboat, And I'm like pretty okay. Like, I'm not doing anything so crazy. Like, I don't remember what color it was. But like not the hardest by any means. Still, um, one thing that I've learned in my life is that removing the obstacles for why something's not happening by, making preparations makes you more likely to do that thing. So tis the season. And I think, a healthy approach to, utility, uh, like, I do like to wear heels. And, you know, since living here, I have prioritized that several times. So, it's a little bit like that. I think, I have posted myself like mid breakdown before on Instagram, I know. I think I archived it, but for what it's worth, it's really interesting because I do try really hard to be happy. It's funny because for how much I see like really happy people or like very charismatic people or enigmatic people or gorgeous people or whatever it is, it's funny because I am finding that I am most exceptional when I look somehow like uncomfortable while doing something to be happy. Like if I make like a grimace while I'm dancing, my eyes literally twitching. That's like apex Persephone right now. If I like make like a weird face while I'm dancing, you don't want to know, So I do, I try really hard, and it's funny because that's part of it, is that like I don't want to be adulterated or, overly sexualized because I'm moving, and so I make weird faces while I'm dancing so I can alleviate the pressure of having to be beautiful. I'm moving to feel a stress relief. It's a very small space here. But yeah, I just wanted to share that like I I I make faces of like discomfort. And I'm doing really silly moves. And that's pretty much the best way I can describe myself today. And I don't actually dance around people. Like since like so long. It's been so long. Like I used to dance when I was younger, but like since I've started doing so much of my own choreography, no one knows this. No one knows this, And it's like so much of who I am. And like, I can't share that with you because I don't know, the frame, or I'm embarrassed, or, the personal aspect of it. It doesn't show up on camera very well. I've danced like a few times when I'm holding the phone, but it does look really stupid. And I am embarrassed. My thing is like, I don't know, it's like I feel like everyone's been shameless, always shameless. But there's this song, and it's like we we won't we won't feel fear anymore. And it's like, no, bro, that's not what it is. Like, my thing today is, I'm a little bit nervous to share this, but I have been saying so much, the last couple days, so I will. But I have feared for my life before. And so when I dance, I really I do sort of an interpretive dance about trying not to die. And so it's sort of, I don't know how to explain it, provocative in that way. Um, it's hard to explain, you know, like, cause I have some like dance moves. I have some like hangman, like stuff. And so, it is provocative, if I do say so myself. But I don't want to be, but I need to. And I've always just been so amused by interpretive dance. Um, like, as cringe as that is, I just always thought that it was really powerful. And so that's pretty much my wheelhouse. I've mentioned before that I like to get into a lot of different sorts of like genres of dance despite the music. You know, mostly like a lot of like upbeat, like, you know, tempo stuff. It's actually pretty easy. But furthermore, I'm thinking about a lot when I dance. You know, I'm not only thinking about different kinds of heritages, heritage, 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 heritage. But I also think about like action moves. It's hard to explain. Yeah, so it's a lot of work, and it's funny because, you know, regardless of like all of my legislative efforts and things like this, you know, everything seems to be somehow just like not quite like public enough to be something that I'm judged on, you know, like something that's like assessed in describing me. I think it's a problem because I work really hard and it's like kind of like awkward to witness like how hard I try. I would love to do a little less, but I am fighting for my life, so. Okay. All right. Well, 7:12 a.m. Central Time. And hey, I mean, don't let me tell you how, you know, like, if you got to get to work, you got to get to work. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. If, you know, whatever. So, hey, but don't rest on your laurels. Don't be loud and apathetic. And lastly, let me think of something profound. Learn to read. Okay, bye.